Red 2 standing by, all four lit and in the green. Welcome to our brand new project, one I've been wanting to do for a little bit, and I can finally do it on N64 hardware. The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, and that's right, Lunk will be back. It took a little bit of work to actually get this sorted out. But I've got my TV displaying in 4:3 ratio because that's how it needs to go because older games and everything. So I spent ages wrangling OBS to try and record in 4:3 as well because I thought, I'd better not cut off any of my footage or just make sure the ratios are all right and blah blah blah. So the game OBS did exactly what I told it to, but the problem is it also did exactly what I told it to and cut off a large chunk of my footage, so I have to do this again. Technology will always refuse to work, and then when you do finally bludgeon it into actually working, it picks the least convenient option that still fulfills what you said. Anyway, we are starting out our adventure as the legendary, hero Lunk. Unfortunately, I was not able to get umlauts or the end with the little wavy thing over it because I wanted to make his name a lot more pretentious this time. Like he's got a big head. Anyway, first off, we are going to be fooling around in Kokiri Forest because there's actually quite a bit to do and a lot to talk to. Let's go. In the vast, deep forest of Hyrule, long have I served as the guardian spirit. I am known as the Deku Tree. The children of the forest, the Kokiri, live here with me. Each Kokiri has his or her own guardian fairy. However, there is one boy who does not have a fairy. He's the village idiot. His name is Lunk. And he's currently having bad dreams. Dreaming of things to come? Or what? Well, we know what's going to happen, but we're standing in front of a castle and we nearly get run over by a horse. Judging by the musical cue, this guy might be the bad guy. And we get to stand there with a slack-jawed expression that makes Lunk look like he's buck-toothed. Navi, where art thou? Come hither and listen to my voice. I have been studying Shakespeare too much. Oh, Navi the fairy, listen to my words, the words of the Deku Tree. Dost thou sense it? The climate of evil descending upon this realm. Well, it could alternatively be the aftermath of the Bean Burrito Festival. That was pretty awful. Even I could smell it, and I'm a tree. Malevolent forces even now are mustering to attack our land of Hyrule. And yes, I know malevolent forces happened at the Bean Burrito Festival. For so long, the Kokiri Forest, the source of life, has stood as a barrier, deterring outsiders and maintaining the order of the world. It's a pretty big job and the pay actually sucks. But before this tremendous evil power, even my power is as nothing. It seems the time has come for the boy without a fairy to begin his journey. The youth whose destiny it is to lead Hyrule to the path of justice and truth, and oh crap, I've just realized who we're talking about. May the gods forgive me. Navi, go now! Find our young friend and guide him to me. I do not have much time left. Fly, Navi, fly, you fools. The fate of the forest, nay, the world, depends upon thee. And off we go in first-person view, the camera flying around. Navi takes a little joyride. Nutmegs Mido, double points. I'm sure he pronounces his name Mido, but I like to think that everybody else in Kokiri Forest calls him Mido behind his back because they think he's mid. Granted, the term mid has been overused, and yeah, that guy was humping a rock. Call him out, Navi. So, where are we going? Ah, there it is. That's the village idiot's house. And Navi gives herself cranial trauma. And in we go to begin our journey. Link gets very enthusiastic when he finally meets his fairy companion in the manga by Akira Himekawa too. Hello, Lunk! Wake up! The Great Deku Tree wants to talk to you. Lunk, get up! Hey, come on! Oh, can Hyrule's destiny really depend on such a lazy boy? What? I'm awake. I'm not drunk. You finally woke up. I'm Navi the Fairy. The Great Deku Tree asks me to be your partner from now on. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too. The Great Deku Tree has summoned you in attack position, so let's get going right now. Get moving or I'll change you to face down defense position. So we've got our little view of the screen. We can change our camera view with C up when we're inside a house. We've got our C items, our A and B items, our action button and our sword button, and our wallet. Welcome to Kokiri Forest! And here we see Lunk's best friend, Saria. Yahoo! Hi, Lunk! So, we can go down the ladder, or we can backflip. In style. And stuck the landing. Wow, a fairy! Finally, a fairy came to you, Lunk. Wow, that's great news. I'm so happy for you. Now you're a true Kokiri, Lunk. Is that right? The Great Deku Tree has summoned you, and in attack position. It's quite an honour to talk to the Great Deku Tree, even if he sounds like he's speaking from a Shakespeare play. I'll wait for you here. Get going. Go see the Great Deku Tree. Is there anything behind my house? No. Just tree roots. Of course, we're not actually going to see the Great Deku Tree just yet. We can collect money. We can also go and find out why this guy is humping a rock. If you pay attention, he's kind of straining. You alright, dude? A by the stone, pick it up. A by the stone, pick it up. Mean old Mido. Made me pick up the rocks in front of his house. So, that's what he's doing. He's not actually humping the rocks. It's not exactly the best looking animation in all fairness. So we can pick up basic rocks like this and throw them pretty easily. For larger things, we will need various strength upgrades because of course we do get those in the Zelda series as we go along. Oh, 3! That was a very profitable rock. You can also find some hidden money around the place as well, which is why I'm running around a little bit. Because we do need 40 rupees to buy a shield. I don't think there are any hidden grottos. And I also want to see if we can actually go into the Lost Woods. Oh well, I seem to have not made a lot of money here, but 5 rupees was better than nothing, so $5 behind Mido's house. We can climb up here as well. So this is where we go to get to the Lost Woods, but we don't need to worry about that just yet. Can we actually go in there? Sweet, yes we can. Hold on, there's something I just want to check out. So we can't do anything with this. I'm getting distracted from what I originally did, of course. So we can theoretically access it if I do a bit of money grinding. I wonder. So that's obviously got me thinking. We can go through certain paths in the Lost Woods, but we don't have to go here just yet. Now, some of the rupees we find don't respawn. So, like the one behind Mido's house, that doesn't respawn. We can't get that one again. But we can actually sneak into Mido's house and open some treasure chests. ₹1. So obviously the Kokiri are not very good at security because they have no doors on their houses, and we can just sort of wander in and take their stuff. What's in this chest is a recovery heart. So, there we are. We've made a bit of extra money. We've robbed Mido. And if we go up here, we've got our tutorial house and an area to practice. Now, we can't lift bushes, as far as I know. Link at least doesn't look like he's humping the bushes, but you can talk to the guy over here.
Show me a move!
And he'll tell you about some Z targeting moves. Jump sideways, press A as you move right or left. To do a backflip, which we saw while Z targeting, press A as you move backwards. To do a roll attack while Z targeting, press A as you move forward. While you roll, you can avoid damage. If you have your sword ready while Z targeting, you can do a jump attack by pressing A. So, we don't have a sword yet. So, that'll tell you all about that. Let's jump to the side. I randomly got money, nice! Obviously people are going to pay me for my acrobatics, that's really handy. So if we go into this house, we can talk to the Know-It-All brothers and actually get some information. We can also loot their pots. Or we can make the rupee clip onto the roof, one of the two. I didn't realise it did that. Damn it. Oh well, that's what greed does. So this guy, if you want to learn about the map and items, just ask me, but don't ask unless you want to hear a long explanation. So, I can tell you all these things, honestly, but we're just meeting people. Want to know how to use the C button, the C up button. Alright, so yeah, the tutorials are optional, which is really good. Teach you about the icons at the top of the screen. So the yellow icons, we set our items to those. Rightio. So basically, A is our action item. The C buttons will either let us use items or C up lets us go in head. And then we can do a lot more stuff once we actually get proper items. C up also means that we talk to Navi, but once we talk to Navi, we get our in-head view back. We can go into Saria's house, but she only has recovery hearts, and this guy hiding in the bushes That meanie Mido made me cut the grass at Saria's house. Mido told Saria he would do it so she would like him, but I'm the one doing all the work. You and Saria are close friends, so will you help me cut the grass? I'll let you keep anything that you find while cutting it. So Navi will eventually start telling me off for bumbling around. So yeah, the Great Deku Tree has summoned you. Please come with me. No, there's fooling around to be done. We have to run around and do things and just be generally annoying to the people of Kokiri Forest. And take her pocket money. You came all the way up here? You're a real man. Look, isn't this view pretty? Change your viewpoint with C up so you can look around the forest with the control stick. So that house over there is the House of Twins, and that has a bit of pottery in it. Because of course we need to demolish all pottery. It is the ultimate goal of all Links to destroy all pots in Hyrule. Everything else is secondary to the quest. So yeah, House of Twins. Thankfully, we don't make the rupees clip through the ceiling. Ooh, that was nice. Blue one. Sister took some rupees and went shopping at the store that has a red roof. Speaking of rupees, radio. That just tells us all about the money. Navi is probably having conniptions. Because we're stuffing around doing absolutely nothing we're supposed to. And I can go to the shop now because the Deku Shield is 40 rupees and somebody dropped some pocket money. Rightio, this is our Z targeting tutorial. So, you can target people at long distance and talk to them depending on circumstances. But we've already seen that, so target them with Z, press A, and you can target certain items, and sometimes you'll get information from Navi, like if you're targeting enemies. And it also tells you about centering the camera, but we do need to go and talk to Mido as well, because we were told we were summoned by the Great Deku Tree, but he conveniently just sort of slides around. Hey you, Mr. No Fairy, what's your business with the Great Deku Tree? Without a fairy, you're not even a real man. Yeah, well that girl with the puffy hair said I was. What? You've got a fairy? Say what? The Great Deku Tree has actually summoned you in attack position, no less? What? Why would he summon you and not the Great Mido? This isn't funny. I don't believe it. You aren't even fully equipped yet. How do you think you're going to help the Great Deku Tree without both a sword and shield ready? What? You're right, I don't have my equipment ready, but if you want to pass through here, you should at least equip a sword and shield. Sheesh. He might be an arse, but he's got a point. We do need proper equipment. So, we head into the shop. So, the girl here tells you that the shop often sells things you can get in the forest for free. What we want to get is the Deku Shield. Switch to the equipment subscreen and select the shield, press A to equip it. Now there is something I want to check out once I've got this sorted. No, we don't want to buy anything else, but the game will generate a screenshot to use as the background for the pause menu. It doesn't just sort of freeze the action, it actually makes a screenshot and then reverts to what you were doing when you unpause it. Might be rupees in here. Is there one in here? Alright, so those do respawn. Okay. Might be able to do a little bit of grinding, I guess. Because I have plans. So, if we want to get the sword, we can crawl through here. Get close enough, press enter, and go through the tunnel. So, for some reason, there is a perpetually rolling rock in this area. Yes, apparently the Kokiri training ground includes perpetual motion. Don't ask. More bits of video game logic, I guess. Well, we've got 29 rupees. Wait for the rock. And if we go around here, we get our treasure chest. You probably know what it's got in it. The Kokiri sword. So it tells you how to equip the swords. So immediately we go over here. Pressing the B button to quit out of the menu opens the save prompt. And I don't want to save in the middle of a recording. What do we get if we cut these? Nothing. Oh well. Well, let's see what else we can do, because I do want to try and get some money. Because I want to test something out. It's kind of like Wind Waker. I'm doing things my own pace, my own time, my own little vibe. Might as well get some more money, because I'm going to need money. Now, you can actually cut the sign down, as we saw there. Later on, you can actually find a way to put the signs back together, which is kind of funny. You also get to put the signs back together in Majora's Mask. Okay, I don't want to throw the rocks. So, we'll see what we can get. It's almost a nice little method of grinding to just get the money. Do I need 40 rupees? I think it's 40 anyway. Now, I might actually need to get a stick first. Might as well help this guy. So we can't remove his camouflage. But we can go and talk to Mido. If you want to see the Great Deku Tree, you should at least equip a sword and shit. Hey, what's that? I cut myself off at a bad point. Oh, you have a Deku shield. And what's that? Is that the Kokiri sword? Good grief! Well, even with all that stuff, a wimp is still a wimp, huh? I, the Great Mido, will never accept you as one of us. Shoot, how did you get to be the favorite of Saria and the Great Deku Tree? Huh? Grumble, grumble. So if we go through here, we will encounter our first actual enemies. Thank you. Deku Barber. Though it looks withered, it will hurt you if you touch it. A single strike to these will always yield a Deku stick. So, basically we can take the Deku sticks We can take the Deku sticks out. We can swing them with the C button. But they will break when they hit something. They are, however, stronger than the Kokiri sword. Oh, and these ones respawn really quickly. So, okay, that's good. So you can very easily farm those for Deku sticks, but give me a moment. Navi is going to be furious. Alright, so if we go this way... So... Not the Gossip Stone. No, definitely not the Gossip Stone. Business Scrub. If you get close to it, it will hide in the grass. So... Business Scrubs will sell you things. To make your quest easier, I can enable you to pick up more Deku sticks, but it'll cost... You can get it! So, I have now gained the ability to carry 20 Deku sticks. I was wondering if you could actually get this before going into the Great Deku Tree. And, yeah, you can. So, give me a moment and we'll get back. Great Deku Tree, I'm back!
Oh, Navi, thou hast returned. Lunk, welcome. Listen carefully to what I, the Deku Tree, am about to tell thee. Thy slumber these past moons must have been restless and full of nightmares. As the servants of evil gain strength, a vile climate pervades the land and causes nightmares to those sensitive to it. So don't worry, you didn't get sick from the Bean Burrito Festival. Verily, thou hast felt it. Lunk, the time has come to test thy courage. I have been cursed. I need you to break the curse with your wisdom and courage. Sorry, I just couldn't believe I actually said that. Dost thou have courage enough to undertake this task? Then enter, brave Lunk, and thou too, Navi. See that I have been cursed with lockjaw, and I am now talking to you telepathically. Navi the Fairy, thou must aid Lunk. Seriously, thou must aid him. And Lunk, when Navi speaks, you see up to listen well to her words of wisdom. You're going to need them. May the gods help us all.
And we will be heading on inside the tree in the next episode. Thank you very much for joining me. Till next time, this is Red 2 returning to base. Oh god, that's still moving. I didn't realise that was still moving. I don't think I've ever been more annoyed to be rich in my entire life. We got there's $100 under my house? You must be hardened with fire. You ruined my line.